Here we have a reserve Cabernet vine in block 22B at the Simi landslide vineyard. Overall, the plant grew about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 strong shoots last year, which means we're going to leave about 15 strong buds. On this spur position, we're going to cut the extending spur, leave buds 8 and 9. Moving forth throughout the rest of the vine, we have 10 and 11. (12 and 13). We're going to create our 14th and 15th buds with this position and finish off with 16 and 17. Here's a weaker spur. I get that back to 1 bud for 16. Remove 1 more bud for 15. There's our 15 buds on 8 spur positions, evenly spaced, producing evenly quality reserve Cabernet. Here we are, middle of May, looking at the next series of vineyard tasks that make our reserve Cabernet. The big topic and task we're doing at this time of the year is suckering or shoot thinning. The vine has pushed a multiple number of shoots, as you can see, and we're thinning them back to the desired shoot count for reserve Cabernet. This is where we come through and knock off the undesirable shoots, and leaving this 2 bud spur with 2 shoots, 1 out of the top bud, 1 out of the bottom bud. You can also see the clusters left behind. These will ripen through harvest. There may be subsequent thinning passes that will be dictated by environmental conditions, and the rest of the shoots that we have end up on the ground, or ripped away from the plant. The plant is no longer putting energy into those and is focusing all of its energy into ripening the reserve Cabernet. Here we go. "364 days of work culminate now with harvest." The pruning and thinning has allowed for space between the clusters, color development, and the perfect sugar, 24.5 degrees Brix. The grapes are ready to be harvested. They go into the picking tub, then into the gondola for transportation to the winery. Once the vine is harvested, there is a huge stress release from the vine, which has carried this heavy crop throughout the season. The leaves fall off and the vine goes to sleep.
When the grapes are received at the winery, they're destemmed and crushed into small fermenters. The juice is pumped over the skins during fermentation to extract color and flavor. Then they're shoveled out and pressed off. When the fermentation is complete, we press the wine away from the skins and barrel it down. We've seen the harvesting of the grapes, the transition of the grapes into wine. Now we're aging the wine in small French oak barrels. These are 60-gallon French oak barrels. Simi Winery farms over 600 acres of Bordeaux varieties, primarily Cabernet Sauvignon, in 4 different vineyards in the Alexander Valley. We have our Landslide Vineyard, our Red Fan Vineyard, our Los Amigos Vineyard, and then our Del Rio Vineyard. But besides these 4 vineyards, we also buy grapes from about 30 different growers throughout the Alexander Valley. One great grower that always has a couple of barrels in the reserve is Alex Viborni, the Viborni Home Ranch north of Geyserville. Another great grower that we work with consistently is Ron Dick in the Belle Terre Vineyard, right in the southern part of the Alexander Valley. Ron grows some fantastic Cabernet that almost always makes it in the reserve. And then even farther south, past our Landslide Vineyard, we have the Adorata Vineyard, a very, very small 2-acre vineyard that generally only produces about 4 or 5 barrels, but almost every time 1 or 2 or maybe all of those barrels go into our reserve. Now, when we talk about barrels, we have over 30 growers. We have over 100 barrel lots, some ranging down to just 4 or 5 barrels, some ranging up to 50 or perhaps even 100 barrels. Now, we taste these barrels every 3 months, and we age the reserve in the barrel for 24 months. So after about 20 months, we have a pretty good idea of what the best lots are. We have those lots laid down, and then we go taste barrel by barrel to select 200 of the best barrels. Now let's go do what I love to do best, and that's taste barrels. What we're looking for is dark color, almost opaque, not be able to see through it. In the aroma, we're looking for currants, blackberries, black cherries, raspberries. Now I'm also getting a little bit of the toasty, roasty oak aspect from the barrel. In the mouth, we're looking for explosive tannins, attack all the way around the mouth, round and soft, bringing through all of those flavors. Blackberry, cherry, I'm getting a little bit of a brown spice, a cinnamon aspect from the oak. And then the tannins, round, full, and big. This is exactly what we're looking for. And when we find a barrel like this, we go ahead and designate it by taking a big piece of chalk and marking a big R on the barrel. This way we know exactly where this wine is going. For the time being, it'll go back into the cellar for extended aging. Then it'll be blended and bottled. We'll age it in a bottle for a year, and then we release it. A year in the vineyard, 2 years in the barrel, a year in the bottle, and now the finished wine. This is ready to go. I'm thinking Osso Bucco tonight. Enjoy the Simi Reserve Alexander Valley Cabernet Sauvignon.